Okay, in this video we're going to show you how to attach your ID-5100A or your IC-2730 onto a Lido mount. There's a couple ways to attach the ID-51A or the IC-2730. The new ID-5100 Deluxe comes with this bracket called an MBA2. So it's got a metal bracket and two metal magnets that we've already attached to the back of the ID-5100. Earlier versions of the ID-5100, or if it's not an ID-5100 Deluxe, you'll have to purchase the MBA2, and they're about 40 bucks. The IC-2730, you'll have to purchase the MBA2 for, they're about 40 bucks. If you don't want to do that, we do have an alternative for you, and I'll show you that later in the video. But basically, here's how you attach the ID-5100A or an IC-2730 with the MBA2 to a Lido mount. It's real easy. So I've already screwed the back of the magnets onto the ID-5100. This is the metal plate that comes with the MBA2, and it will attach to the back of it using the magnetic attraction between metal and magnets, like so. So to attach this to a Lido mount, which will then attach to the magnets on the back of your ID-5100A, you'll see there are 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, in the center of your metal bracket. And you'll also notice that on the Lido mount, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. All you do to attach the MBA2 to the Lido mount is line up the 4 holes and then run 4 screws through the 4 holes. As such here. Two. Three. And 4. Now all we do is snug them down with a screwdriver. You can also put a socket on the back. Get them good and tight so they don't rattle when you go down the road. But for this video purposes, we're just going to snug them down for time's sake. Like so. Like so. Pretty snug. So now we have the metal bracket attached to the Lido mount. This Lido mount is an LM500. It's basically a suction cup mount and can be adjusted just about any angle. It's very similar to a RAM mount, if you're familiar with RAM. Just loosen up the screw here. It's on 2 balls and sockets, so it'll turn just about any direction you want. When you get it in the direction you like, just tighten it down. So we're going to put this down here, and now we're going to attach our ID-5100 control head to our Lido mount as such. We're all attached. Took what, a total of 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Took longer to find the screws, basically. So that's how we would attach the ID-5100 with an MBA2 to a Lido mount. And when you order a Lido mount, it'll give you a drop-down option in the menu to say that you have an ID-5100 with an MBA2 to mount it. You can see, so this is our suction cup mount that we have that will attach to an MBA2. This is our cup holder mount. There's 4 holes. Seat bolt mount. Got the 4 holes. Vent mount, if you want to go with a vent, pretty easy mount to put in. And then if you want adhesive, an adhesive type mount, we have our adhesive mount, which can also be screwed down into a dash or wood or whatever you like. This is a good alternative to any of the suction, and you want something more permanent. It's a fairly inexpensive little guy here. So now what we'll do is we'll show you how to attach. Okay, if you do not have the Icom IC-MBA2A, which comes with a metal plate and the 2 magnets, then we have a solution for you. So we're going to move this out of the way. Our solution is basically a metal plate with holes in it. It's called an ID-5100 2T, and we sell it complete with all of our mounts. You can find them on the Icom ham radio mounts page. We sell them as a seat bolt mount, suction cup mount, vent mount, several other styles, and they range anywhere from 25 to 40 bucks, depending on what you want. Versus just the Icom suction cup mount will set you back about 70 bucks. And basically all we do is we have 2 of these 2.6 screws, which we're going to attach the metal plate to the back of the Icom radio. I'll show you how that works. Basically the hole you're going to use is the first hole right here. Put it in. And then we're going to tighten it down. So now we have our plate attached to the ID-5100. I'm sorry, this will also work on the IC-2730A. We use the same bracket, has the same holes on the back of the 2730 and the 2.6 millimeter screws. So it's going to be the same bracket for your 2730 if you have that. So now we have a dual T slot, and the reason we're using a dual T slot on this one versus in our previous video the 4-hole amps is if you're using the magnets, you'll have a quick release, just pull the head off the magnets. Well, since we're not using magnets, we wouldn't have a quick release unless we use the double T slot. So we've got a male double T on the end of our mounts. Whichever one you order, this is what we're going to send you for your 5100 or your 2730. We're going to send you a mount with the male double T on it, and it's just going to slide right into the female portion like so. Now you're ready to mount the control head, but as you can see, you can still do a quick release. So when you get to your location, you can just remove the remote head bracket and throw it in your glove box. And that's pretty much it. So you can find all these products at www.litomounts.com. The ID-5100 and 2730 mounts can be found in the Icom ham radio mounts page.